All right, we're about to go flying today. I'm working on my commercial license, so I got to do some TAA time, technically advanced aircraft. So I got to do about an hour and a half of takeoffs and landings and that. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the plane. All right, so I have to apologize to you all. I said I'd have cockpit audio in the next video. I did not get it on this video. I was rushing out the house and I forgot to grab it. I tried to call my friend Travis at V-Speeds Aviation, and I couldn't connect with him. I know he had a cockpit recorder. So I'm just gonna do a voiceover. Stick around to the end. I will show you how I almost could have crashed. I think it is important to put that part in here because I was inspired by, you know, the likes of Flight Chops, Charlie at Airplane Academy. You have Mike Patey, who crashed Draco in Vegas. Another guy, Russ Can Fly. I've seen him put his mistakes on here. So, you know, this is all in hopes of us becoming better pilots and avoiding making mistakes. So if I could teach somebody about my mistakes, you know, hopefully we all don't end up on pilot debrief. So, you know, that's my goal here with putting my big mistake on here. So right now I'm taking off from Whiteman Airport. I'm in a G1000 Cessna 172S, taking off from runway 12. The normal traffic pattern for runway 12 departures is a left downwind, but since we're going to Van Nuys, we're doing a right downwind departure where they also make us stay inside the 5 freeway. And we were just going over to Van Nuys Airport to do some takeoffs and landings because I needed to get some TAA time. So everything's cool, nothing too eventful here. Actually, in a minute here, I'm gonna skip forward and go to the landing at Van Nuys. And for those of you that know already, my favorite color is blue. I had to refresh my Bose A20 headset, and I saw those blue mic covers, so that's what I went for. So yeah, this is landing on runway 16 left at Van Nuys. I have a nice steady approach here. Did a landing to a full stop. I do want to get another camera so you can see what's going on outside the front of the windshield. I'll get some more subscribers, some more support here. I'll get another GoPro camera and, you know, we'll set up some cool camera angles and things like that. But this is what we got for now. And boom, got a nice stall touchdown. So yeah, just exited the runway here, and then I'm gonna go straight to the takeoff because there's a lot of waiting going around there. That's why I don't like going to Van Nuys Airport in a little plane. Like, you just end up waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. So yeah, this is the next takeoff run. I'm just gonna kind of talk you guys through one loop around the traffic pattern at Van Nuys on 16 left. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Van Nuys Airport, when you're taking off from 16 left and 16 right, you have a flood basin there, and you are not allowed to make any turns before reaching that flood basin. You You know, that's all for noise abatement purposes. If you do early turns before the flood basin, there's a lot of houses and whatnot that you fly over, so they're trying to reduce the noise for people that live in the area. The other thing about taking off from Van Nuys Airport is you have 2 parallel runways there, so the one thing that you always want to be aware of is that you're not crossing over into the path of the parallel runway. That could be a very dangerous situation. So we're at the flood basin at this point. I'm doing my left crosswind. We're staying in the circuit here. And the other thing that you want to be aware of when you're flying at Van Nuys Airport and you're doing pattern work or just departing the airport is that the traffic pattern altitude is 1,800 feet. And that's important because you have Burbank Airport sitting on top of you. You have a Class Charlie shelf that's right above you. And you're directly on the approach path for one of the runways at Burbank Airport. So from this angle, like you'll see jets coming in, you know, from this direction that you could see from the camera. And they'll be right above you. Alright, now finally we're on our left base turn for runway 16 left. And then whenever I'm on parallel runways like this, I like to do an early left turn to final, just to help make sure that I avoid, you know, any incursions into the parallel runways flight path. You know, that's just a preference that I have. You know, some people fly with very extreme precision and are able to do a left turn perfectly, and I could probably do it too. But I like to exercise an extra bit of caution in these situations, and especially at Van Nuys Airport because it's a really busy airport. You have a lot of jets and things coming in on the longer runway, which is 16 right. Looks like I had put in some extra power there because I was probably getting a little too low. Man, I do a lot of extra mouth movements when I'm concentrating. Alright, but yeah, we did a lot of touch and goes. So I just wanted to give you one full lap around the pattern at Van Nuys Airport. So here we are. This is where I make my mistake. I'm gonna see if you can catch it. And I'm like angry at myself because I totally know this rule. I definitely know this rule and I still made the mistake anyways. And luckily I had my instructor there to catch it. So here we were doing, if I remember correctly, we were doing a short field landing. There we go with our left turn to final. So I was trying to come in a little steep. My target speed was 60 knots. And I saw that I was too high, so I did a slip, but my slip was a little sloppy. At an unstable approach, and there's my mistake. Did you catch it? We did a go around, and I brought the flaps up all the way. That could get you killed. Like, I imagine doing that. You know, I have my IFR rating, and I imagine doing that. You know, what if I was coming down and you know, I was at my minimums. And, you know, I just broke out of the clouds. You know, what if I couldn't see outside? And then I did something like that. And I know this rule. I know without a doubt, that rule is baked into my brain, and I did it anyways. So, you know, and it got me thinking, I could definitely be one of those guys that forgets to put the landing gear down when I'm coming in to land. That could definitely be me. So yeah, stupid mistake. Could have got me in trouble. Could have ended up on pilot debrief. And there you have it. That was my big mistake. So yeah, like I said, I want to put my mistakes on here so that hopefully other pilots can learn from my mistakes too. You know, we're all pilots. I forget the pilot channel that always says this, but they're not the only one who says this. But, you know, a good pilot is always learning. You know, learn from your mistakes, learn from others' mistakes, and continuously strive to become a better pilot every time you fly. And even when you don't fly, strive to become a better pilot, study up, learn more things. So that's it. There you have it. Me committing the ultimate sin of retracting the flaps on a go around. You know, you got to give your plane some time to build up speed, so that way you don't stall. Because you got to remember, stall speed increases when you retract the flaps. That's the important rule to remember. So that's it, guys. Don't make my mistake. All right, guys, just got done flying. Uh-oh, I dropped something. Went over to Van Nuys Airport, did some takeoffs and landings, got some training in and preparation. That's what it's all about, preparation. If you want to be a commercial pilot, there's a whole lot more you got to pay attention to. Got to be a lot sharper on your skills. So we're going to keep training, keep getting better. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that one. See you later. Peace.